Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. It is me, Just Be Audrey Lang. Wait, I got it over here. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and hit that bell so you can be notified of when a video is up and posted. I thank you. I'm going to say the date and get everything up out of me. So today is August the 3rd, 2021. It is a Tuesday. And today is going to be a little bit of just, I think my journal process today, I don't want to say what it is just yet because I have so much in me and I just don't know. One of it, what I wanted to say is lean back into him. So tonight we had where we did a paint with a twist with the women at my church. And it was just so amazing because even though, you know, it was one little statue piece that we kind of had to do in the painting of it. We all put our own spin on it. We all did it for our personalities and everything like that. And everybody joked like, oh, there are artists over there and I'm not and everything. And it was just nobody like beat one another down. We all celebrated one another. And it was someone's birthday too today, well yesterday, that we celebrated too. But it was just so nice to be around women. I remember at one point I was like, oh, I don't want to be around women like that. I got to deal with too many women personalities within, working, family, and all that stuff. No. And now it's like, you know what? Hey, why not? You don't know what someone's story is, and how about this? A lot of times it be in our head that we may feel like somebody is having an attitude, or you know don't know how to talk, and it could be their mind is somewhere else at the moment. But being around these women today, I just was like, oh my goodness, it was amazing. And it was like, what we actually did, it had where we could actually write, and we thought we always going to have the lady write for us. What she had on her board was, I'll be lying if I told you what it was. However, none of us really had that. We all, after we all did our painting and everything like that, we put what we wanted to put on there and write it. And I know for mine, I was trying to figure out, what do I want to put? What do I want to put? I definitely knew that I was putting my favorite word on there, which is just. And in the midst of me doing that, I'm like trying to come up with what I'm gonna put. And then I looked at how it actually was with the woman leaning back. So I'm gonna show you guys. This is what it was. If you can kind of see. Of course, I did like the locks and the dress. Now everybody did their own thing and everything like that. Everybody's is totally different. But I put for mine, just lean back into him, and then Audrey Lane. Because I know for me, I am enjoying being who I am. I am myself. I got paint and all kinds of stuff on me, but yeah, I am enjoying who I am. I love who I am. You know, this for me, it was just wow. I enjoy it. One, I enjoy art. I love art. At first, it was like a little bit something for me because I normally don't do where I can fill things in. For me, I do freehand art. And it was wonderful because it was enjoying a new process for me of, you know what, you can do this, of you don't have to do what you want to do, but you can still put your own spin on it. And that's how the dress came apart, of how I like to do marble and spin art and freehand art of that. I didn't do a simple, one color pattern, well, not pattern, but one color dress and everything. But it was more so of, wow, you being around a different collective part of women in all different facets of life. And it was just so amazing how we can just come together and celebrate. How we can come together and laugh and joke. Everybody, it was quiet at one point because everybody was so trying to be on their points of doing everything. We had one of the girls standing up, and everybody was focused. But after a while, it just became where everybody was just like laughing and joking. And my first lady, I give it up to her because she doesn't even live where we live. She lives some miles away from us, you know. And she lives, you know, a little bit of distance from us, but yet she still comes on and does what she has to do for us. And it was just good because, you know, um, it shows where definitely participation comes into, you know, where celebration comes. So I wanted to come and make sure I do my journal process of like the lean back, which I don't even know if that's what I'm gonna call it. But it was like, man, just the safety net of God. And that's why I kind of, you know, named it, not kind of, that's exactly why I put it, just lean back into Him, Audrey Lane. That lean back also comes with, you know, the safety net of I trust you, you have me. And then that lean back also comes with the, man, I can lean more into you because you're pushing me forward, you're elevating me up. And then another part of the lean back is just a still thing of, man, I am in a comfort with you. I am in a relation with you that I can literally just fall right into you. I can fall into your arms. You got me. Right? That trust fall. That trust fall. So it's wonderful for me. I was trying to sit here earlier today, because I do my prayer and quiet time, and I had a little bit of, you know, man, it was all about the honor today, the honor, the honor, the honor, and vows, and not necessarily where you would think, but the honor and the vow that I took with God when I came into this new revelation of God. I need more of you. I need to make sure that I am really digesting you in me, that I'm really doing everything. So then the honor part came up in well, how can you honor him? And I want to say for me, I was reading it and it was like the honor and the promises mean so much when someone has made a verbal pledge to carry a that carries value. And all I could think about is, God, you love me enough to that you have made a pledge to me. You have made a promise to me. You see purpose in me and everything, you know, and then you believe in me. We're building a covenant together. You trust me, and all I can think about is, well, how do I then return my honor back to him? Because where I used to think that was a lot and be scared because he sees so much in me that I couldn't see in myself. My whole thing is how I'm gonna honor him back is to make sure that, one, everything he has shown me in myself, that I truly believe it, I truly live up to it, that I trust his word, that I am who he say I am, that I go out and make sure that people see him in me, that I honor him in a way of like, God, you know, I trust you in times when I can't even put it together. And how that came about for me to say it now is I got some news today that is, man, I wish I could tell you just now, but I can't at the moment. I literally do have to wait a little bit longer, only because you be shocked when you, one, I know that there are people out here who will take words and flip it around And I wouldn't have to wait because I was honored. I mean, I was told to wait. So I have to value and honor that word of like, hey, I need you not to, tell of it yet. Even though it's about me. Even though it's about me. I cannot speak on it just yet, but I will. That's going to be a surprise that I'm going to mark the date today. Well, I should not forget this day. It's going to be August 3rd. Remember, I told you everything is a new beginning. God has really, truly been speaking into my life. And today, when this news came to me, it was just confirmation because I already kind of knew it. But when it came from, you know, several different people, I was like, wow, okay. So let me in the midst of it, and it wasn't until after it was told to me that I was like, oh, thank you. Whew. Thank you, Jesus, in it. Because now I am stuck between, I have multiple decisions to make. So I have to, one, I'm not going to be on here really long because I have to literally do my prayer tonight with him, and I have to ask him for clarity on what to do. And none of them are bad decisions, but I've never been in this place of actually picking and choosing between what is best. All of them are good opportunities for me. All of them. Not a one is not bad for me. But I have options now. I have options on what I want to do. Never really had options, or at least if I did, I didn't see them and value them like I do now. And that's what made me get to like, man, God, I thank you for trusting me. I thank him for trusting me. And I trust him. So I'm going to ask him that he helps me make, excuse me, God, the right decision on where to go from here. Because I want to make sure I am honoring him in everything that I'm about to do. Because I know it would not be possible at all if it wasn't for him. Man, when they say God goes before you and maps and works everything out, his plan goes, and what he says shows, so, why is that always, that would have been, so shall it be. And I keep saying it, but yeah, that's sowing, that's sowing, that's sowing. Man, I thank you. Man, God, I thank you. Ever just go, it's like a buffet thing for me now lately. I get to go and pick what it is I want. And you would think that would be, oh, I have all of this presented to me. Let me just grab this. I want to make sure where I am will be utilized for his good. So I have to ask him to let me get out of being, you know, scared or fearful, but to go and do what he needs me to do. He needs me to do. Hmm. And to be honest with you, I think right now it's coming to me a little bit more of what I need to do. I need to go for what's going to make me uncomfortable because I'll grow in it. But we'll see. We'll see. Because I also want to make sure that it's going to be an area where I can literally like help. I know I'll be of value there. I know in all three places. I know that I will be of great value there. But anyway, honoring him. I put after, okay, so after trustworthy, it goes today, even binding agreements aren't always honored. But it is not the way in the kingdom. God wants us to be his people, people with integrity, who he promised, for who his promises are sure, to consult with heaven before opening our mouths. So yeah, just what I said now. I really gotta consult with him before I open my mouth and take any position. I want to make sure that it's something he wants me to do, cause it's a reason why he would have me there. I don't want to be in a place where I just pick on my own. And help me with that, God. Help me. And then to say to be those whose vows aren't flip flopping and tossed about. And then I wrote, God, I am going to honor you. And it kind of broke it up just like that. God, I am going to honor you. Because I want to honor him. One, if God is placing me somewhere, I know it's for his good. I know he has me in it. He's going to equip me with everything I need. So I need to get out of anything in my head of what I think it may be. It won't be that, because just like I thought things were going a certain way in my life, totally not like at all. Like literally, man, thank God for growth. Thank God for him. Yeah, I thank him a lot, because where I was a while ago, I'm not at. Growth. That man, that lean in him is something, and that's exactly why I named my picture that. Just lean into him. It's a beautiful picture, man. It makes me almost want to put it up, and the reason why I can't, I have so much artwork around my house, and I do art all the time. When I tell you I have art a lot of places in my house, that my walls will be covered with it. But I value, just the growth that he has been doing in me. So now I'm going to get to where I know he needs me to be. And that's right now honoring him by speaking out to you guys. Because earlier today, even in the honor, and it was a little bit hard for me to hear it, because I instantly went into like, honor you, God, honor you, how is it? And one of the things that I was tossed with is like, God, I want to be more of where I am speaking out would really be really having me tossed sometimes. And what I mean by that is I was having a moment of, God, I am so grateful and so thankful to you for changing my life. How is it that you do this and people are coming up and seeing so much of how you have changed me, but how do I then, make sure, one, I don't steal and take any of your glory, but how do I do it where someone asks me, how do you do it? How do you live this way? And I have to make sure, when I say it to them, that when I say I don't know how this came about, all I can tell you is that surrender, and that giving your life to him, and not knowing where you're going to go, and being okay with that. So I wanted to just get on here and make sure I tell everybody that we can lean back into him and just trust him. Do that trust fall. That trust fall is so amazing with him, because when you lean yourself back into him and you fall back, you won't fall and hit the ground. You go fall back and hit the floor running. You go fall and you go hit everything going for him. Because I totally believe, I have seen it with my own eyes in my own life, that just in this little bit of time, God has taken me so far. I'm telling you, I would not have any of these opportunities come to me. One, I took a test back in December, didn't complete it, because the machine had timed out on me. And I was taking that test for someone else. I didn't really want to take it for me. However, I took the test and would have passed that test had I finished the last one, because it jumped over one and I finished it, and I got 77 out of 80, and I needed the 80. But I was okay because someone who was scared to take tests, took it, got a 77, not the 80, but and that was the highest, the 80. So I was really close, but to be honest with you, I really didn't want the position. Didn't want it at all. Went down maybe 3 weeks later, took another test. Same thing. I just was so scared and fearful of taking tests. And now this organization has offered me about, I want to say, 12 different county areas, just none of my county of where I live, has offered me and tell me, come on, come and do it. All right, we got a position for you. Come on. Who would have knew in just that trust fall and God telling me, I have you. You know you smarter and you're brighter than this. You know you can do this. You know you are standing in your own way. Just go and trust me. I got you through this. And he has. Because now I am getting job. When I tell you, I have been getting multiple emails and everything on jobs. And to be honest, I literally know there's nobody but God. And I also know enough that in our conversations that I talked to him, he just wanted to see if I was going to show up and do the work. And I did. Because I believe for me, don't want me going back into some of the job things. I don't want to go back into that kind of case management and everything. I don't. I don't want that kind of, like, I don't want to have, and even though he's moving me into where I'm asking for this nonprofit to go on and be successful and be what he needs it to be, I don't want to have where I group people in under all the statistic things of them versus of who they are. I want to start and make sure my nonprofit be for family, what this family actually needs out of it. I don't want to group people together as a whole. The only people I want to group together is you as your family. And how about this? Even within your family, everybody has their own different personality, their own different needs. You're going to have a need as a family, and then you're going to have your need as an individual. And that's where I'm like, okay, God, you are having me in this area to grow and know about this so I can go out and help the families you need me to go out there and help. However, I don't want to go back into that kind of thing when it comes to, I don't want to group you as a number. I don't want to group you as a number. So these other organizations that I actually have applied to, totally different. One, they're smaller. They're not, you know, they're actually worldwide, but then statewide and then citywide organizations that, you know, I can learn a lot from. And not only just citywide, then it becomes where they break it down in neighborhoods too. And that's what I kind of want, because I get to work within the community and then build up more into the city and then build up more into the state and then build up more into the country. It literally is literally an international organization. And that is magnificent for me, because it's like, God, you are everywhere. So you're going to grow me in every area you need me to grow so I can go out there and go for you. You know what I mean? I'm marching full arms and everything to go for him. So I want to make sure that he's giving me everything I need. Who would have knew in just this little bit of time of trusting and relying on him that he will open doors like this? I couldn't even imagine it. I knew it, but I didn't really know it. I've heard about it, but how about this? I never witnessed it for myself, because it's totally different than, having religion in God and then having a relationship with God. And to actually have a relationship with Him, man, He has been. I can't even put it into words. Like, man, just to be able to have opportunities that have been coming to me, people that's been coming to me and helping me, you know, areas where I, need improvement, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna give you, this person is gonna come along and help you. That's that trust fall. Are you trusting Him? Are you willing to fall back into Him? I'm telling you, this woman right here was not like this. Like, you know, man, every day I notice more and more growth in me. And I even ask God to prune things off of me and cut things off of me that don't even need to be there. This is our growth season. We're growing. And how about this? It's more than just what you think for a season. It's our growing period going forth. Going forth. We're going to grow. We're going to continue be growing, continue growing in God, because the minute we put our trust in Him and rely on Him, just fall back into Him. He got you. He got you. Well, I cannot believe that I, Audrey Lane, am actually connecting with women and growing with women for His better good, for what God sees. Women, I tell you, we hold so much power in us. We hold so much love in us. We can't go off of any of the other stuff, and I don't even want to go into situations of what women can be. Yeah, I know what we can be. We can be brilliant. We can be awesome. We can be amazing. We can be loved. We can also love others. We can love ourselves. It's so much that we hold inside of us. How about we get rid of the things that don't need to be there? We can get rid of the things that don't need to be in our lives, because they don't do anything to hold us down. They lie to us. They keep us in areas of feeling like, oh, well, you don't know what do you really know where you live? Do you know what type of life you really had? You don't know. You got blinders and everything up. But us as women, we hold so much power. We really, for me, I say I hold the key to a whole lot of lives. And how about this? When I say it, I thank God that I'm not the person that want to sit there and say, oh, I have your future in my hands. No, I don't. God truly has it. What God has me coming out here is to speak life into you, to let you know that you are more than what you think. You are a warrior. You are a woman of wisdom. You are a woman of power. You are a woman of virtue. Now, men, I'm not going to say anything that's not going to be like, oh, this is just for women today. Yes, right now, today it is. Because you want that woman. You want that woman that can show up for herself. Because if she shows up for herself, she daggone sure going to show up for you. She daggone sure going to make sure she shows up for her children. And more importantly, you want a woman that is always showing up for God. Always, not just saying it, but literally you see it in her. You see her grow. You see it. That is a woman that you like. That woman right there. Yup, that woman right there. Because you will have your mind totally changed by having a virtuous woman, a woman of wisdom, a woman of knowledge in your life. Even if you don't have it for yourself, you will want to start to adapt to that kind of behavior. So let me be around men that can be mighty warriors to themselves. Let me group myself with men that I can actually learn how to be a man, because I can't tell you how it is to be a man, but I can tell you that I see men out here fighting a battle every day, and they show up consistently. I actually go to a church now that we kind of have like a little play between one another of who can actually get up there and praise dance more, who can actually get up and sing and shout more, who can actually be, you know, who can do it. It's no real competition in us, because at the end of the day, we get up there and we make sure we have our faith and our worship totally in tune with God. But we laugh and joke because sometimes it changes. Every fourth Sunday is Men's Sunday, and we all, just as women, we sit back and we watch these men show up and show out for God. When I was growing up, it was more women in the church than men. My church, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. It's a lot of men there, a lot of men there. And it's wonderful because you see these men living their true selves. You see them living their true selves. So it's just good to be in an area of participation with my church, to be in agreement. You know, when your church is on one accord, watch God move mountains in y'all. Watch him. Literally, my pastor has been praying for this for like the last year, since 2020 started. He was like, a lot is going to come out of COVID. Watch we move in ways that we all won't understand. And now I am getting it. I am getting what he's saying. Watch, he said, watch how we transform. Watch how we transform. Now we got to go out there and make sure we bringing people back into him. But it started with me. I had to transform my life. I asked God to get me together, to help me be more obedient to him, to help me be more loving to him. Help me to be a warrior. You know, I am looking for so much in God. Now I'm at a point with him now. You teach me how to be more in tune with not just the body of my church, but actual being present and going out and actually loving on others within my church and in the community. Because my church is community based, we make sure we go out into the community. So I'm asking him to place me in my gifts, my natural gifts of loving and hospitality and caring, that when I go out, I am being my true, genuine self to love on the community. And that's actually giving a gift. Wow. And now look at it. It's my birthday month. So it's the gift of wisdom and knowledge I'm asking him to give me so I can give out to others. Yeah. Us as women, man. Just it's amazing for me. So I'm looking for things in my life of now. It's like I want to be in leadership. I want to make sure I am learning everything that I need to learn and that I'm actually living it. I don't want to have leadership and don't really be living it. I don't want to have leadership in front of people. I want to have leadership all the time with me. And when I say that leadership, I want to be led by God all the time. In every aspect of my life. Whether people are around or not. Who I am with God is who I want to be when I'm around yellow, purple, and green. That's where who I am is consistent all the way around. Audrey Lane is Audrey Lane. Yep. She's like that. Oh, it won't shock them. I don't want to be one way in front of others and then one way in front of another group. No, and I used to live that kind of way. I used to live where I only told people certain things about me, only two people, and I would tell them something totally different, because this way I would know if it got back. Like how it got out, who would tell? Now it's like I'm going to live how I am for God, because when it gets out, it's going to be full fledged. Oh, God must be doing a whole lot in her because Audrey Lane is good. Yep. How you knew her and how you thought of her and what you seen her do, I didn't see that in Audrey Lane, because I am changing more so, because it's like, God, I'm tired of old ways. Old ways only get me back into ways all over again. Get me into craziness. No. Now I tell myself, if you want to be crazy, you be crazy for the Lord. Yep. It's okay. Men, women. And how about this? I even had to talk with someone that, at one point we didn't see eye to eye. And my whole thing is that I'm not holding on to hate and holding on to things that is going to limit me and limit my growth. So we can't do that, because women, you'll be mad with somebody when it ain't even them that's causing it up. One, you got to know how the enemy plays weaknesses in people, and especially in women, because he knows how much power we have. He knows how much power, one, we have on ourselves, and then how much power we have on men. So a lot of the times, God has it where us as women, we came from the rib and we came from the side, because we hold so much power in a man that if we don't use it for good, we can tear a man down. We can destroy some things. But we got to make sure that when we are that rib and we are that strength that a man's need, that we are constantly building them up. We are constantly building them up. And we are constantly building ourselves up too, because we cannot build a man up if we are weak and we are frail and we are nothing. So make sure you are always taking care of yourself when you are loving on others. You got to love on yourself first, because if you run dry and you run empty, then you turn bitter, you turn crazy, you turn all kinds of things that you don't need to be. Man, us as women, man, we hold the key. We hold the key to a lot. We hold the key to a lot. We want to build strongness in our communities, strongness with our love, because the power is really in our words. So we can build up each other. We can build up our children. We can do that. Man, I love how now my whole thought and mouth pattern and everything changed, where I don't not say anything, because sometimes not saying anything in situations can actually have where the people be thinking that they do something. Am I like having issues or anything? Now I'll even say, you know what, I don't know what to say, but I am here for you, but I honestly don't know what to say. Situations have been coming up for me where I literally just listen. That's the best thing. If you don't know what to do, you can listen to someone. It'll come to you at one point, and then you can call them up and say, hey, how are you doing today? Here's a word of advice that I want to give out to you. And truly have it where when you're doing it, you are literally asking God, and God can actually make it come right on out of you. Man, us as women, we don't need to be living in a place of demolishing and tearing down. If we actually really work together, I'm quite sure things would be totally different for us in this world. One of the, I want to say, it is one of the first scenes on one of the popular 90s sitcoms where they laugh and joke about a world without men. It'll be a bunch of happy fat women or something that says like that. But I wonder it wouldn't even be where we would be tearing each other down. It'd be a world or area of women actually, loving, encouraging, and being, prosperous. But I wouldn't even want a world with all women. There's men here for a reason. I truly believe that. I truly believe it. One, we wouldn't be able to multiply and produce. And God is all about multiplying and production. He wants things to always be moving and always growing and always doing. I truly believe that us as women, let's get along with one another. We don't need to be. I've never heard so much stuff on the news with women actually dying and everything like that. Women getting killed, women killing. That gets me. We've never lived in that kind of area. I remember growing up as a kid, if you heard of a woman dying, you literally thought that, oh my goodness, what happened? How? Oh, natural causes? Yeah. Now it's not like that. What are you doing to make sure that you be a godly woman, a virtuous woman? One, I say always read Proverbs, but read Proverbs 31. It's one of my favorites. My favorite book in the Bible is Psalms, because it's just something, just a loving fragrance, a loving singing fragrance, and it comes with a lot of instructions. Psalms is a lot of instructions in love for me. Yeah. And then Proverbs is right behind it. Read it. It does a lot of wonders for you. A lot of wonders for you. I want everyone to just have a wonderful, loving, warrior woman night. One of these days, I'm going to have to, if you want to, and you want to put it in the comments, ask for the telephone number for our Wednesday, 6 o'clock in the morning. And this is on the East Coast, so I don't know what standard time there will be. But yeah, if you want to get on the prayer line, I'll put the info and everything in there. You don't have to pray. We have people come on there praying all the time. And when I tell you, it's like what they say, the hump day, because you go to church on Sunday, and then here come Wednesday. It's my harvest day. It's my harvest day, because always for Wednesday for me, it's not necessary, oh, get over it. It's like, okay, continue growing. It's like continue growing, because Sunday, the seed is planted, then Monday, Tuesday, it's like the watering. Wednesday, here comes the harvest into more, and then Thursday, Friday, it's like continuous for me. And actually, it gives me a whole lot of other things on Wednesday doing the prayer. It gives me a calmness. Calmness has been a number one thing for me. A calmness. When my life was just all over and excited at one point, now I'm starting to learn that excitement can come in calmness too. Because I'm excited about the opportunities that God is giving me. But I'm not all like before. Yeah. Now it's like I don't want to. I don't know what to name my journal for tonight. I think I'm just going to leave it as just lean back into Him. That lean back, man. That trust fall is something. It's amazing to be able to be like, okay, you got me, and He does. That's amazing to me. Yeah. I thank you guys so much. Man, expectations of God. God, I expect for you to catch me. I expect for you to have me, God. And now I'm I'm going to ask you, what do you expect from me? Give me everything you need, everything you require of me, God. You placed it all in me. I want to give you me. Man, I am so happy that I am loved by him. I am so happy that I am loved by him because it helps me love him more. It helps me love him more. It helps me see him more. It's times when it was like, God, how did I even know you were there? But now it's like, now I know when he's here. I have it on my chair. I write it on my chair all the time. I had it as, you are here, God, and I wrote above it the other day, I know you are here. I know he is here with me. I know he is here with me. He's here right here in this moment. Just consistently always here. And that's what let me know you can fall back. You can just chill. You can go into him. I trust you, Lord. That is big words for me. Those are big things for me to say. I, Audrey Lane, trust you, God. I, Audrey Lane, trust you, God. I, Audrey Lane, trust you, God. I trust him now. When I tell you, that is something big for me because I didn't before. He ain't never do anything for me to not trust him. I just had issues with trust, and now it's like, God, I'm going to trust you in every part of my day, every part of the way, every part of the process, every part of me will trust you because you have never failed me. Never. Opening up doors is minimal. I literally have been having it where he taking off the rooftop and pouring things into my life. Man, just by trusting him. Changing my environment, changing things that I will go to, people, places, and things. He's the people, he's the place, he's the thing I want. I don't want nothing else. But I can tell you what I do want. I want wisdom. I want wisdom for everything he is doing in my life. Everything. Wisdom comes with a lot. It comes with everything that he is requiring of us. Pray for it. I'm praying for clarity and wisdom, and the wisdom to be clarified for me. Because I have it in my head of what I think it may be, but I'm already seeing that it's something totally different what God wants and how he has it to be. So the wisdom, it comes and it's there, and he's going to reveal it of how, one, for me, how I view it is going to be totally different than how you view it, because the wisdom in you is totally different than the wisdom in me. So I thank you guys so much for liking the videos and sharing them and coming on and subscribing. I thank you so much for it. You guys have a wonderful, blessed evening. I'll say the date one last time for you, which is August 3rd, 2021. It is a Tuesday. You guys have a great one. I'll be back on with you guys tomorrow. I love you. I love you. I do. Love yourself. And more importantly, love God. So you guys have a great one. And God willing, I'll be back on with you tomorrow. Make sure you lift your hands and say Jesus. And go with God. Have a great day. Bye now. Bye.